Hello everyone. Today we have Mr. Deepanshu with us, who has secured All India rank 119 this year. And this is his third attempt. In the first attempt, he could qualify prelims but could not qualify mains. In the second attempt, he could qualify prelims, mains, but could not qualify interview. And in the third attempt, he has qualified all the 3 rounds. So
Yes.
congratulations, Deepanshu,
Thank you so much, ma'am.
and welcome today.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
Deepanshu, tell us something about your UPSC journey. कहाँ से स्टार्ट हुई, कहाँ से आपको लगा कि नहीं मुझे एक सिविल सर्वेंट बनना चाहिए, क्योंकि बाय एजुकेशन यू आर अ बीटेक, यू आर एन इंजीनियर, you have done your BTech in mechanical engineering from IIT Roorkee.
Yes, ma'am.
फिर ये इंजीनियरिंग में जाने के बाद अचानक से ये सिविल सर्विस का सपना आया, या फिर शुरू से रहा है मन में कि सिविल सर्विसेज करना है?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, it started with my mother's dream. My mother used to see me as an IAS officer. So when she used to visit some government office, then when the car of DC came, then she thought that my son is coming out of him. So it started with that dream. But as you have said that I am from technical background, so I was not able to connect that technical and administration field. So when I learned more, when I see that in administration also, there is no much difference that has remained between the technical and non-technical field. Especially if we are look at today's India, where we are moving toward digital India and try to bring the application of AI or blockchain in our administration. So I do not think, ma'am, there is any much difference between the technical and the administration field. So that was the main motto behind to pursue my dream, to pursue my mother's dream, and to fulfill her wish.
So your mother must be one of the most happiest person on earth,
Yes, ma'am.
है ना? आपने उनका सपना और बाद में इसको अपना सपना बना करके पूरा किया आपने,
Yes, ma'am.
है ना? सो दीपांशु, अब आप आईपीएस, शायद आपको आईपीएस
Yes,
मिलने
ma'am.
वाला
I am
है.
expecting. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
हाँ जी, तो फिर आपके आपके मन में क्या है? एज एन आईपीएस ऑफिसर आप क्या करना चाहोगे?
Ma'am, as an IPS officer, my first priority would definitely be to serve the people, to solve the problem, and to enforce the law and order better. That is the main duty of a police officer. So I will try to bring my knowledge that I have learned through my journey as an aspirant or as an engineering background, as engineering graduate. I want to bring that knowledge into the field and try to apply as much as I can.
Deepanshu is from Mahendragarh district, Haryana.
Yes, ma'am.
दीपांशु, हरियाणा स्पेशली महेंद्रगढ़ एंड ऑल, ये सारा एरिया जो है रेसलिंग और इस चीज के लिए जाना जाता
Yes,
था, और
ma'am.
आज के टाइम पे बहुत सारे सिविल सर्वेंट्स जो हैं, एस्पिरेंट्स जो हैं, वो हरियाणा से हैं.
Correct,
तो
ma'am.
और काफी लोगों की सिलेक्शन भी हो रही है, गर्ल्स की भी हो रही है, बॉयज की भी हो रही है हरियाणा से. तो ये चेंज अचानक से फ्रॉम स्पोर्टिंग कल्चर टू सिविल सर्विसेज, ये ट्रेंड, मतलब इसके पीछे का क्या राज है?
Ma'am, as I have, as I can see that in our district or in Haryana as such, we have the attitude of to serve the nation better. Here we have the more sports person, and in Haryana also we can find in every village there is someone going on in the army.
Yes,
So
yes.
definitely we are in that field to serve the nation. So civil service is also an arm of that, and by naturally and by our attitude we are moving toward that direction too.
Okay, so Dipanshu, you are a mechanical engineer,
Yes,
but
ma'am.
you have opted for maths as an optional.
Yes, ma'am.
Why you did not think of mechanical engineering as an optional, and why you opted for maths? And what are the pros and cons of maths as an optional?
And to answer the first part of question, ma'am, I think there are two reasons why I have not opted or why I have opted mathematics. The first one, I would say that the mark trend that I've seen in mathematics as an optional, it was scoring big in the CSE exam. So I think that I can have a good chance if I give the exam with the mathematics optional. And second thing, ma'am, the mathematics has always intrigued me, especially in the school days or college days as well, where in mechanical engineering also there are a lot of application of mathematics, and it always left someone more intrigued that you should learn more about it. So I think that it is better opportunity to learn now. So I have opted for this. And to
Okay.
answer the second part of the question, that pros and cons. The pros are that the scoring, the mathematics is scoring. If you are understanding the concept and problem, then you can score big. And the con, one major con is the syllabus that is too wide and too vast to cover as compared to other options.
So Dipanshu, like your graduation is a technical subject, then
Yes,
maths
ma'am.
is also like a subject which is, you can say, in a way it's a technical kind of a
Yes,
subject.
ma'am.
It in the sense that it does not have much resemblance to any of your humanities subject.
Yes, ma'am.
So how did you manage the humanities portion of the syllabus of UPSC, like history and other subjects?
Yes, ma'am. In earlier attempt, it was very tough to handle both because you have to cover the syllabus of mathematics as well as general studies. So I
Mm-hmm.
found it very tough. That's why I'm not able to clear the first attempt in not able to clear the mains. But after time that when you give time to mathematics, then it automatically get inbuilt in you, and you do not have to spend too much time. You just have to solve the problems. So side by side, you can prepare for the general studies in the good manner. So it take time, but you can manage it by focusing on the scoring areas and focusing on the crucial areas.
दीपांशु, जनरली मुझे भी इतने साल 15 साल से ऊपर हो गए हैं इस फील्ड में, और जनरली इंजीनियर्स और फिर मैथ्स ऑप्शनल होता है तो बच्चे बहुत घबराते हैं ऐसे में।
Yes, ma'am.
तो आपका क्या स्ट्रैटेजी रहा है ऐसे का, कैसे किया आपने?
मैम ऐसे का स्ट्रेटजी काफी सिंपल रहा है. जस्ट आई जस्ट ट्राई टू फील द टॉपिक एंड सी व्हाट आई कैन राइट अबाउट इट and open that essay in various dimension. It can be socially, politically, or how it is relevant to us. How is it relevant to a suppose a farmer or suppose a civil servant? How it is relevant that topic. So you have to cover the wide section of society, and you have to cover the wide field, and just you have to critically analyze. It is just like an GS question with more pages you have to fill.
Mm-hmm. You
And
have written GS test and essay test with us. How has been
yes,
your
ma'am.
experience
Um,
of writing tests here at Next IAS?
yeah, that experience was very good. That I found that guidance, especially by you, for the essay, it was very good, and I can able to think and 8 topics we can cover in 2 hours, and there are a lot of new dimension, lot of new example that I can learn. So it was very helpful, and same was the case with the main test series where I was able to get the feel of the question that are much relevant and that are balance of the both current affair as well as the static portion. So it helped to cover the syllabus thoroughly.
Mhm.
And checking wise also, that check copy has came, I think within 3 or 4 days it has arrived. So the checking speed was also very good.
यस, आवर प्रायोरिटी इज लाइक जो बच्चे मेंस लिख रहे हैं कॉपी टाइम से मिले, अगर
Yes,
टाइम
ma'am.
से ना मिले तो आपको फीडबैक ही नहीं मिल रही तो आप इम्प्रूव
Correct,
कैसे?
ma'am. Yeah.
या दीपांशु, फर्स्ट सेकंड थर्ड अटेम्प्ट you have never stumbled upon in the first phase, that is prelims. But
Yes,
कई
ma'am.
लोग जो है prelims से ही घबराते हैं और कई लोग prelims में ही आके रुक भी जाते हैं। तो ऐसा क्या आपकी स्ट्रैटेजी रही है कि कभी भी prelims आपके लिए कभी कठिनाई नहीं बनी?
मैम प्रीलिम्स कठिनाई इसलिए नहीं बन पाई क्योंकि मैम मैं हमेशा प्रिपेयर रहने की कोशिश करता हूँ. आई ऑलवेज ट्राई टू गिव 30 to 40 टेस्ट बिफोर द एग्जाम to make myself more comfortable with the process. So I have never taken that prelims lightly. I always given much time and much preparation for it. And yes, it is true that ma'am, it is becoming tougher year by year,
Mhm.
especially if
Mhm.
we look at the last year where the CSET was also very tough. So you have to give the considerable amount of time and energy, and you have to solve the previous year paper as well as the mock test, so
Mhm.
that you can have that idea that how much in what range you are scoring, and what are your weak areas, and especially that I used to maintain one notebook of my the mistake that I've committed during the exam, so that has helped me to revise quickly. And most of the time that the question is also came into that problem that which I have stumbled upon. Same problem got repeated in exam also. So yes, the mock tests are very important for prelims.
Mock test is important, and another thing that came out from your answer is writing your flaws.
Yes,
है
ma'am.
ना,
Writing your
आपने
flaws.
अपनी जो है, अपनी जो फ्लॉज है उसको आप लिखते थे, उसको आप देखते थे,
Yes,
बिकॉज
ma'am.
जनरली व्हाट हैपेंस इज कि वी इग्नोर दैट, है ना, सो
That
इट्स
will
लाइक
not
जस्ट
work. That will not
that
work.
will not work, just giving test series would
Yes,
not
ma'am.
work.
You
You
have
have
to
to
analyze
work
your,
upon, yeah,
yes, you have
you
to
have to
analyze your
analyze,
flaws.
yeah, you have to analyze and you have to work upon your
Yes,
feedback
ma'am.
also. Yes. So Dipanshu, you said 30 to 40 tests you have taken before writing the prelims exam. So when
Yes,
did
ma'am.
you start writing your prelims test series before the exam? How many months or how many days or 6 months? What was your time period?
I used to start between 1 to 2 months back only, not way less, not way before, or not way too late. So I
Mhm,
used to give 1 2 months prior before that. But I used to finish the syllabus first, like to read the basic book, like such as Lakshmikant or Spectrum, and then
mhm.
try to give the test and see where I am committing the mistake or where I can improve more. So that thing will work.
And what about PYQs?
Yes, ma'am.
Previous
PYQs,
year questions?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
PYQs, I found that for the certain subject, they are very essential, such as geography, where it is almost static in nature. So geography and polity question that you can attempt. For science
Mhm,
and tech, you can say that it is very current affair based. So you
mhm,
can see, look at the 4 or 5 years paper only and see what is the trend. For
mhm,
example, last year we have the question about hydrogen, and
mhm.
we can also expect question on the AI and blockchain in next years also. So we have to be more current affair based with respect to science and tech or IR, where they are asking. Last year they have asked about the border of Ukraine. So
Yes.
that current affair we have to follow for these subjects.
Mhm, mhm. Okay, so Dipanshu, mains, you have written three mains.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, first main you could not qualify,
Yes,
but
ma'am.
second mains you qualified, third mains you qualified,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
now you are 119 ranker also. So how you have improvised from your first mains in your second and third mains?
I mean, first main, I was not able to complete the exam paper because I was less on practice and not able to analyze that what should I write or what should I not write. So that's why for in the 1,000 number paper for GS for all the four papers, I was able to complete only 800 or 900 marks paper. So that difference, that was my stumble block. So I worked upon it. I worked upon my speed and the way of presentation by looking at the topper's copy. So that gave me a fair idea that where I'm lacking and where I need to work upon. So I try to
Mhm,
give more tests and try to write better and within the time limit. I also have a stopwatch in at my preparation table. So I used to start the clock and give allot the time. For example, 7 minutes for the 10 marker question, 11 minutes for 15 marker. So I used to stick to
mhm.
that time limit and try to finish that paper. And second thing that I've added is the use of examples and data. That is very much in the mains exam. You have to write down the notes. You have data and facts from the newspaper or any other source, and you have to write that thing because that is what that will differentiate you from the other copies and that value addition material. So I think these two things have worked for me.
Okay. Okay. So mains के लिए जो है answer writing
Yes, ma'am. Answer writing.
10th होना because you said time management was the
Yes,
problem.
ma'am.
So I think time management issue comes up when you do not have either the content or you do not know how to represent it.
Yes, मैम.
So I
फर्स्ट
think
असेंबली में मैं सोचता रहता था क्या लिखूं क्या ना लिखूं. कंटेंट था लेकिन वो उसमें नहीं था एक कंसाइज मैनर में नहीं था.
हाँ हाँ
So you
तो
have to think more
मेंस के
about.
लिए कंटेंट और कंटेंट का प्रेजेंटेशन
Yes, ma'am. That is
that
very
is very very important. And Dipanshu, you have been part of our interview guidance program
yes, ma'am.
also.
Yes,
Tell us
ma'am.
something about your experience at UPSC.
The experience at UPSC interview was very cordial. I think they are just want to know us. That is the thing. They do not want to test the knowledge at all, and they just are having a conversation. That's it. You are talking something, and from your talk only, they will ask next question. They will
Mhm.
test your personality by this only, not by grilling you or asking you some very difficult question. That will never happen, I think.
Yeah, वो कन्वर्सेशन करते हैं और
Yes,
वो एक
ma'am.
क्वेश्चन से बात निकलती है वो
Yes,
वाली
ma'am.
बात होती है.
It is
So
very much
overall,
like only talking.
yeah, so overall, like two interviews. So
Yes,
how,
ma'am.
like both the times, you found it very cordial.
Yes, and both of the times I found that the board was very cordial, and they gave you sufficient time to answer your question, and you can also ask them for the time if you are not able to answer the at instant level. So you can ask for the time, and they will make you comfortable. That is for sure.
Some people say that कुछ boards काफी grilling करते हैं, तो ऐसा आपके साथ
No, ma'am,
experience नहीं रहा?
I have never experienced such that.
So questions were around your DAF, or they were around your graduation subject, or they were in general about your current affairs?
And last year, the interview was based on the current affairs, but this year it was mostly on the DAF based. There was very minimum or a few question about current affair, and mostly it is of DAF based only.
So आपका जो है डैफ में मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग आपने जो है 3 साल
Yes,
पहले
ma'am.
किया, 4 साल पहले किया, तो इसके अराउंड भी क्वेश्चंस थे मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग के अराउंड?
Last year there was question about mechanical engineering, but इस साल नहीं था मैम मैकेनिकल का.
नेक्स्ट आईएएस में आपका इंटरव्यू एक्सपीरियंस कैसा रहा?
Interview experience at NEXT IAS was very good. The board was also in the last year also it was very good, and this year also it was very good. I booked the NEXT IAS slot for the first slot was booked for NEXT IAS only. I have
Okay.
never not got anywhere, but this all. Because my interview was on the 3rd of Jan. It was very early. So I just called the next IS team and booked my mock interview. Yeah, I found that board was very good, and the question that was asked was very relevant.
एंड यहाँ नेक्स्ट आईएएस में आपका जो है ग्रेजुएशन सब्जेक्ट का भी काफी रिवीजन हो जाता है, मैकेनिकल
Yes, ma'am.
इंजीनियरिंग वगैरह का, ये भी एक बेनिफिट हो जाता है, यहाँ पे
Correct,
आपका
ma'am.
टेक्निकल सब्जेक्ट भी हो जाता है.
Yes, ma'am.
सो दीपांशु, कोई स्पेशल तैयारी की थी आपने इंटरव्यू के लिए पिछले और इस अटेम्प्ट के बीच में?
No, ma'am, I do not think I prepared something special, but just I have to be more calmer. Because calmness is required because the interview was the second next day only. So
हाँ.
you have to be very calm. You cannot think like that. I do not have time or I am not prepared much. So you have
Yeah.
to be that in mental state that yes, you can do it. Because in civil service also you are expected to perform at the tough level, at the tough situations. So they expect you to be ready at any time. So that was one of the learning of that earlier interview.
Yeah, so there is no excuse. You have
Yes,
to
ma'am.
be prepared. Yes.
You have to be prepared.
It is day one, first day, first show, or
Yes, ma'am.
last day,
Correct,
last.
ma'am.
Have to be prepared for it.
Yes, ma'am.
तो दीपांशु, लाइक आपने कभी भी प्रीलिम्स का झटका नहीं देखा, मेंस आपने इम्प्रूव किया, लेकिन फिर भी कहीं ना कहीं आपको कभी तो ऐसा लगा होगा कि ये जर्नी बहुत टफ
Yes,
है ना,
ma'am.
ये जर्नी बहुत टफ है और मुझे इसे छोड़ देना चाहिए, कभी ऐसा ऐसा ख्याल आया?
I was thinking this before result only that it is becoming very tough, ma'am, because I have given my all in this third attempt. I thought
हम्म.
that if I am not able to clear that attempt, then what will I do next? And how can I improve? Because I have given sufficient time and energy. And so that was thinking before that result came. That what should I do if I'm not able to clear, if I'm not able to come on the list again? So what should be my next step? So that time it was very tough, and and also in the last attempt where I am not able to get my name on the list. So that was also very heartbreaking moment because the prelims was also around 4 or 5 days away. So you have to be up at your shoe, and you have to give it a go also, and you do not have the time to analyze your performance or to wipe your tears also
Yes.
because there's very less time available.
Yes, आप ठीक बोल रहे हैं, आंसू पोंछने का भी समय नहीं होता
Yes,
है,
ma'am.
दोबारा से टेस्ट आ जाता है. So how
Correct.
did you manage your low phases during this journey?
Ma'am, I think low phases are managed when you have the sufficient backup, sufficient content with you. For example, last year, prelims is 5 days away, but yes, at my back end, it was there that I have prepared and I have learned so much that I can give the exam. And if God permit, then I can also clear the exam. That was the case also. With not that much great preparation, I went to the prelims and cleared that. It was due to the result of the backup preparation that I have done in the idle days after the interview and between prelims. So one thing is there that you cannot skip that race. You have to be in that phase only. You cannot say that this interview is over or now you can switch off from that UPSC studies and go elsewhere. No, that will
Mhm.
not happen. You have to complete your cycle and you have to get out that cycle before you completely quit.
Dipanshu, did you sit for placements in the college?
Yes, ma'am, I have set for the placement.
तो आपने जॉब की?
Yes, ma'am. I have job for 2 years at ISRO.
तो जॉब करते हुए भी आपने प्रिपरेशन साथ साथ मतलब करते रहे, या उस टाइम बिल्कुल प्रिपरेशन नहीं की आपने?
Preparation, ma'am. Generally, I used to write a lot of things. So I was reading history books. I have that hobby of reading books. So I was reading that history books and some other books. So it gradually it helped in developing my interest into that UPSC. So
ओके।
after that 2 year, I tried to give full time.
न्यूज़पेपर वगैरह से भी आपका ओरिएंटेशन शुरू से रहा है, कॉलेज डेज से, या न्यूज़पेपर रीडिंग जब
I
यूपीएससी
was
में आए
not
तब
that
स्टार्ट किया?
I was not that consistent in newspaper reading. So it started after that full preparation time only.
तो दीपांशु, इट वाज नाइस टॉकिंग टू यू। काफी
Thank you,
कुछ
ma'am.
आपसे सीखने को मिला, आपकी जर्नी बहुत मजेदार रही है ना, और आपकी डिटर्मिनेशन, आपकी मेहनत, आपके हार्ड वर्क ने आपका और आपकी मदर का सपना पूरा किया।
Yes, ma'am.
तो विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट
Thank you, ma'am.
and hope to see you as a successful civil servant.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Deepanshu.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.